Hello, you beautiful people. Before you watch our first episode ever, we ran into a little mic problem, and Grace's mic kind of, wasn't working. So, we tried our best to, get her voice amplified for this episode. So, yeah, hope you enjoy. Just know that Grace's mic is a little bit quieter, so yeah, enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Chicago Residents. We're here with Carmen,
Claire,
and Grace.
And today we're going to review the movie Menu.
The Menu.
Also, we said that Benji was going to be here, but he has strep, so he's not going to be here today.
my boy got strep.
Yep. So let's see. Anything that we've watched on our own this week?
I just watched the new Puss in Boots movie last night.
How would you rate it?
10 out of 10. That shit was fire.
Should we, review it one day on here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Best animated movie of the year.
Grace?
Me and Carmen just watched Knives Out last night.
Yes. I really enjoyed it.
The OG.
The OG. Yeah. That one was really good. I liked that one better than the second one. So.
Yeah.
We'll keep it for...
We'll keep it for another day.
Another day. Yeah.
Another day.
Yeah, we watched that.
I also watched the first episode of The Last of Us.
Oh,
yes!
Yeah.
I am so excited for that series.
Dude,
the casting.
Pedro Pascal is...
everything.
I love that man so much.
No, real.
So much.
I'm so excited. The first episode freaked me the fuck out, though.
Do you know anything about the video game?
Yeah, I watched some of it on, Markiplier.
Yes!
But I could never actually, play the game because I'm super, sensitive to video game action.
I'm the exact... I had a conversation with my mom about The Last of Us, because she wants to see it, but she wants to wait till all the episodes are out.
Mm-hmm.
But, because she couldn't understand the concept of how they turn a video game into a movie,
mm-hmm.
or a TV show. Because she was like, I thought the whole point was that, the players choose.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yes, but...
There are, plot points.
There's still a storyline.
Right.
You get from point A to point B.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose your own journey, but either way, you're going to end...
The same
what
way.
the writer... Yeah,
exactly.
Going to end. So all they do is, take out the choices in between.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun, because then you don't know exactly how it's going to play out.
Exactly.
And you never know,
Exactly.
what they're going to copy from the game or what they're going to do on their own. And I like when there's a mix.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, my dad played video games when I was a kid, so I'm the type of person that likes to play, storyline games,
Mm-hmm.
or I'll, watch games. I would watch my dad play games, but I personally am not very good at playing video games,
Mm-hmm.
so I would do any, choose your own story games, but, for example, I played The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Oh,
games,
yes.
which were actually really good.
Yes,
But-
I love the Walking Dead video game series.
Right?
Oh, I watched all of them. It's so good.
They're just as good as the actual TV show.
Exactly.
If I say maybe sometimes a little better, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe later seasons. But what I would do is, I would play out you choose what the character would say and do the storyline. But as soon as it would come to fighting zombies or doing any sort of action, I would hand the remote to my dad and be like, "Dad, you do it," because I couldn't do the actual physical part of it because I would always
Sometimes
play
it's
out.
hard, bro. They're hard.
Exactly.
It's really hard, and I get so nervous, and my hands feel sweaty.
No.
So I would
Yeah.
just hand it to my dad. So it's kind of the Last of Us is kind of perfect.
Mhm.
for
Yeah,
me,
'cause you don't have to
I
do
get,
it.
Right, I get
Right.
the actual storyline. I don't have to.
Yes. And
Exactly.
Pedro Pascal.
Yes. and
Yes. Oh
Real.
my god.
Always, forever,
I
always.
love the casting.
Yes.
I would always read those Choose Your Own Adventure books when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a little bit of a gamer.
Oh,
I like gaming. Like I said, I'm just not good at it.
right. I like watching it more than
Same.
playing it.
Yeah, I can't deny
Watch
that.
Play video games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can watch me watch Markiplier play a game.
Yes.
How about that?
All right. So we're gonna move on to any projects in class.
Carmen, you got something going on.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
In my screenwriting class, we're introducing characters and like their entrances. I don't know what character I'm gonna do yet, but it's gonna be a journey and it's due on Tuesday.
Oh, love that.
But this comes out on Monday. So, and we're recording on a Friday. So, I have time. Don't worry, guys.
It's okay, guys.
Well, but
You have to
we're
make
also
up the
recording.
character.
Got to make up the character, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do though.
But we're also recording for Jaden, who's not here right now.
Yes.
But me and Carmen are going to be in her short film.
Yes, her short film.
Yes. So we have that on Sunday as well.
Yeah.
So
Keep an eye out. We'll probably post it on our socials.
Yes.
if you haven't checked out her first one, you should definitely do that. That's me and Claire. Was it Clementine?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Tangerine.
Tangerine!
Wow.
Tangerine.
Jaden, don't listen to that.
No.
Don't play that back.
I love Tangerine though. That was-
No,
it was
she-
really.
Oh no,
That
I love
was-
that shit.
I loved it.
I think it ate.
It ate. It definitely
I think
served.
it devoured.
Maybe. Yeah, that was quite the day.
Mm-hmm.
Days doing that. But anyway, so me and Carmen are doing that on
Mm-hmm.
Sunday. What's it about anyway?
It's
Nice.
about mommy issues.
Real.
Love that.
So yeah,
And I yet again playing the supportive friend.
yeah. I basically lose the
She wrote it for you.
necklace. We're going on this journey to find it. It's a little goofy. It's a little wacky, but
A little
It-
silly even.
a little silly. A little haha moment. So I'm really excited. I am not an actor, so we'll see how it
Carmen,
goes.
you say that, but you're really good.
No, I am terrible on script.
But
Like, so bad.
Jaden likes a little improv.
A little improv, a little.
Are you kidding me? When we recorded Tangerine, I fucked up the lines all the time. All the time.
It's
we were,
all good.
Constantly re-recording.
And you thought that ate. So
It ate. It did ate.
Loki, it did ate.
So yeah, Claire, you got anything going on?
Okay, I'm minoring in cinema and media studies, so at the moment I don't have any like film related things I'm doing, but writing wise I have to write some satire this weekend
Ooh, some satire.
for my rhetoric class.
What kind of satire?
I don't know yet. The assignment is 1 sentence satire, so I have to like
Interesting.
write 1 sentence. And I can't, it's harder than writing a whole essay, guys. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like I get that.
Mm-hmm.
And Grace is not in film either, but
No, but I do photography.
exactly.
Taking photo classes. And I'm currently in intermediate digital photography, so it's
Woo.
a lot of
Woo.
There's a lot of like creative freedom, which I don't do well with.
No.
But, so yeah, we'll see. We got 2 of our assignments because my professor just really likes to throw everything at us all at once and just.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've got 2 projects coming out that I have to do, and like I said, they're like completely open ended. It's like one of them's like proximity portraits. It's just like space between people.
Ooh.
That's it.
Oh.
So I have to figure out. I have an idea that you guys are obviously.
Yes.
See, that's why our friendship works great. We have a good trade off. I be in their films, and they be in my photography projects.
Yeah.
Because
And then-
no one else wants to have their picture taken.
No, it's a win-win.
It is
and then
a
we get
win-win.
free nice photos
Except Claire
and
doesn't get anything. Claire doesn't do either.
bruh. I'll help
I
with
love
regular
attention.
assignments.
Yes.
She was in Tangerine though.
Oh, exactly. I had my debut. Who
Mhm.
knows? Who knows?
But yeah, I got that and another project. It's narrative appropriation is the name of the project, and we have to use text. Like, it can't be our own though. We have to like find it on the internet and connect it to photography.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Vague.
I have a couple of ideas.
Slay.
And we'll see. But yeah, that's me.
All right, so we're gonna finally talk about the menu.
Woo, woo.
Woo. So a little disclaimer and trigger warning. This does involve like disturbing content, explicit language, sexual references, gore, and also, I don't know if I can say this on Spotify, but also, what's another synonym for
Shit
it?
goes down.
Shit goes down. Let's say that.
Shit goes down.
So yeah, it is rated R. So if you're 12 and under, you can't watch this. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
And then it was directed by Mark Mylod, who hasn't really done anything else. I think.
Damn. You know what? I looked it up and I didn't see anything.
No,
I didn't recognize anything else.
I don't either.
But listen, he did a good job.
It's his debut.
Yeah, no, I mean there's like 4 movies on here, and they're
He's just getting started, perhaps.
exactly.
No real.
He's revving
Maybe
up.
there's more. There's more.
And who's in this movie, Grace?
Okay, and then we've got Anya Taylor-Joy, who plays Margot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got Rafe Fiennes. I think I said that correctly.
Voldemort.
Ray Fiennes.
Rafe Fiennes.
Fines.
Rafe
Fines. Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Damn.
Who plays the chef, and then Nicholas Hoult, who plays Tyler, who I think
The Beast.
we all know
X-Men.
Tyler in our lives.
We really do. He reminds me of someone, and I can't quite place it yet. And I don't know if it's in real life or not.
Hashtag warm bodies. Love that movie.
I love that movie.
Claire, what's this movie?
And in case you have no idea what this movie is about, according to Wikipedia, this movie is about Tyler Ledford, played by Nicholas Hoult, and his date Margot Mills, Anya Taylor-Joy, and they travel to an exclusive restaurant called Hawthorne, owned and operated by celebrity chef Julian Slowick, located on a private island.
There you go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
Thank you. MLA citation.
Yes. We do our research. So, what are our, like, general thoughts on it?
Yeah, what's the vibe?
Because, like, I thought it was a really good movie because it was something that, like, came out, like, now.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't, like, a remake or a, like, sequel to a movie.
Exactly.
So I really enjoyed it. But also for, like, the acting, it was very intense.
I love Anya Taylor-Joy.
I love Anya Taylor-Joy, too.
So much. She is gorgeous in this movie
Mm-hmm.
as well. I could watch her all day.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
To quote Harry Styles for my thoughts on this movie, I like this movie because it really felt like a movie. It really was giving movie. Like,
You gotta say it in a British accent
Yeah.
if you're quoting Harry Styles.
oh, I'm Harry Styles. Guys, we actually have a surprise guest on the podcast right now.
It's Harry Styles.
But you know what? I low-key stand by that because it did feel like a movie. It felt like a classic. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
it came out this year, but it just had a very strong, like, pacing. And I felt satisfied by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Good beginning, middle, end. Like, sometimes it sounds very simple, but sometimes movies really fuck that up.
Mm-hmm.
I won't name names.
Grace, any thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was saying earlier that I thought it definitely reminded me of, like, Hereditary and Midsommar. Like, it gave off those same, like, not as uncomfortable as...
Culty vibes.
Yes, very culty. I mean, you know, spoiler if you haven't seen Midsommar, though that came out, like, quite a few years ago. So, but, like, the endings are, I feel like, just a little bit similar in the idea of, like, just burning everything to the ground, you know? And I like that, like...
That movie quality.
Yeah, but just that, like, that theme of, like, you know...
Burning it down.
Yeah, you know, it's like all these people,
Yeah.
like, well, like they talk about, like, he, you know, loves cooking, and then
Right.
all these people are the exact type of people who take the joy out of what he loves
Right.
to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so, fuck them. Y'all can burn.
Also,
Exactly.
that cheeseburger looked
Oh my
delicious,
God.
and
Dude.
I do not like burgers or hot dogs at all, but
Me and
That
Chris
looked-
had
I just
cheeseburgers.
gobbled one up at the stew.
We just had some at the stew, and all I was thinking about was that cheeseburger, and I wanted that.
My brother said he almost cried watching that cheeseburger being made.
Like,
Oh, shout out to my brother Quinn, guys. He's a really big fan of the menu.
yes.
And the podcast, for sure.
Oh my god, yes.
Even though he didn't follow us.
Oh no.
No.
Big fan.
Yeah, this movie is actually an ode to the cheeseburger.
Period.
The cheese. That's it.
An ode to American culture.
Mhm.
The Americana.
The American dream.
Exactly. No, but you know what? At the end of the day, it really is about the little things, like having a good-ass cheeseburger.
Right?
That's really it.
The meat, like, I was very much, like, agreeing with Anya Taylor-Joy's character about, like, the meals. Like, they're just... I mean, I know that's, like, the point is supposed to be dramatic.
Yeah.
Because he hates it. But, like, obviously the other people are, like, enjoying it. And it's, like, it's literally nothing on my plate. It's breadless bread. What the fuck? Like,
Yeah, like, you can talk
me?
all you want about, like, the meaning and
No, I
the
want
symbolism.
bread.
Except Tyler was really enjoying that.
Oh, God.
Tyler,
Tyler.
I was
He ate
gonna
that
say
shit.
he ate that shit up, but there was nothing to eat.
It was like,
Yeah.
scrumptious.
Weird. Think of Tyler's character.
Like you said earlier, we all know a Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
That motherfucker. Yeah.
It's
He was
just
kinda
satire?
the
stupid.
audacity to think that they know more about something than someone who's like went to school for it and
Exactly.
does cooks every single day or works at a restaurant. Like, oh, I know more than you. Like, shut the fuck up.
Not only that, but like, you don't have to have a degree to think a food tastes good or bad. You know what I mean? He's just goofy. We all know this.
Yeah,
But I agree.
And the way he would like snap at Margot, like, oh, when he literally snapped at her, I was like, excuse me? Excuse me? Oh my God.
Would you guys take your first date to this restaurant?
No, absolutely not.
They weren't, yeah, barely even.
Like, he was paying her.
Yeah. And then gonna have the audacity to be mad.
Right?
Mm-mm.
Motherfucker.
But the movie really felt like a movie.
It really did.
I love a bottle episode type situation where there's basically just one set.
Yes.
And then it really forces like the movie to keep the audience's attention in new and like crazier ways. And obviously like when you are already doing like a satire on like, you know, the wealthy and stuff like that, they just took it to the extreme, which I thought was the best way to do it. And kept it interesting.
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich.
Absolutely.
That's also why I hoped Benji would be on this episode, but
But he has strep.
But
he did like the movie.
Yeah.
he just had to go and get strep.
Mm-mm.
Maybe he can share his thoughts in a later episode.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be like,
Or you can follow us all on our Letterboxd accounts
Maybe, yeah.
and see our ratings live.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I can expose Benji's the menu rating right now.
Let's do it. Do, 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 do.
Guys, I have bad news.
what?
Benji has not rated this movie.
Oh.
Awkward, guys.
Did I rate the movie? I barely rate things. Or, like, I barely, like, write a review.
Yeah, you did.
I did?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Intense as fuck. Love Anya Taylor-Joy. That was your scholarly review.
Thank you.
Love that input. Love that. Revolutionary.
I should be a movie review.
Absolutely.
You kind of are at this very moment.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Except we're not getting paid. So, if you would like to make a donation, by the way. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, drop the Venmo in the chat, guys.
Yeah, to help pay for our college tuition.
Yeah, I'll always eat up a cult movie like Midsommar.
Yeah. Oh.
And
We should do that.
would you
one.
like to share your fun fact?
Oh yeah. So. I was talking to my roommate earlier. Shout out to Samara, who definitely does follow us, and like your
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
oh shit.
Quinn's catching strays.
And she was telling me that the artist that did the soundtrack for this movie also did the soundtrack for Hereditary. And Hereditary and Midsommar were directed by the same Ari Aster, and so that's why they give very similar vibes, especially like I feel like the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the soundtracks are by the same person, so you get that same sort of
Vibe.
Yeah.
culty vibe.
Vibe.
Yeah.
A good soundtrack for a
Oh,
good
his
movie.
name was Colin Stetson. Sorry, I just
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, soundtrack can really make or break a movie.
Real.
Like, it can, for me in particular, it can take a really bad movie and make it pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'll be very generic. I love the Harry Potter soundtrack. Like,
I'll eat that up.
I'll eat that shit up. I'll be walking around Universal Studios being like all emotional and shit with
even
the
the, like,
do do do
The
do.
actual songs that they put in the movies, I listen to those on Spotify. Those are in my Spotify.
My friend and I, we used to go to her house and she would like put on the Harry Potter soundtrack as we just like sat there and like did whatever we did.
Me and mostly Carmen and Jaden, we have an obsession with the Pitch Perfect soundtrack.
Oh my god.
We'll constantly sing those songs. So
Yes.
I'd be listening to Magic Works.
Yes.
Do the Hippogriff. What y'all know about that?
Do the
In my earbud. If you pass me on campus and I'm bopping away, it's probably the Harry Potter sound.
Somebody's gonna come up to Claire and be like, "Hey, what are you listening to right now?" And she'll pull up, "Do the Hippogriff" from the Harry Potter soundtrack.
And it won't even be a lie. It'll be very real. If you live in U-Haul, I know you hear that shit.
What does Eve think of that?
Eve be singing. Hope she likes it.
We love Eve over here.
We do love Eve.
Shout out to Eve. Does Eve?
Shout out to my roommate. Actually, I have no idea.
Now she has to. We name dropped her.
True.
She has to. Hi, Eve.
Guys, I'm going to redirect us back to...
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we already kind of touched on the theme of the menu, and, like, obviously one of the biggest issues is, like, it's a satire on the wealthy, but, like, let me ask you guys this. What's the point? What do you guys think? What's the point? What's the point of the movie?
Yeah. I really didn't think about this because I wasn't about to be on here today. So let's take a minute to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Carmen for just like being prepared to step in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anything for
like
this
she definitely
podcast.
serious
I was just gonna do mics and that's it.
I don't know, Claire. What's the point? You answer the question.
I mean, it's very much like Eat the Rich and like artistry like dying almost because like they just like took out his joy in like making food. Although like we should not like kill people, but like
But low key.
but it adds, you know.
I've also always loved like the relationship between female characters and like the horror thriller genre because most of the time the women die in these movies and they're like just placeholders, but obviously not the case in this movie.
I feel like it's kind of starting to change. Like
Yeah.
Barbarian, I think, is a great example of that. Like
Those movies kind of felt similar.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that was the whole point of the movie. That we should do that too. But I really loved that movie. But like, the whole point was that it was a bunch of scenarios that women have to worry about on a daily basis that men don't. You know, like going down in a basement.
Yeah.
You know, or things that not even that we have to deal with on a daily basis. Just think, like, I feel like women think the situation's a little bit better than men sometimes. They're like, I don't know if I want to go in this dark basement. Let me prop the door open. You know, what is Justin Long, right? The guy in the movie is just like la di da di da, goes downstairs.
Yeah. And
So, but I agree. Like, I feel like it is kind of changing though. Like, I feel like people are realizing.
Yeah, now like we're doing like the menu is more of like a satire on horror movies like as a whole and a commentary about like female characters.
Exactly.
My girl survived. The only person who survived in fact.
Exactly. She like outsmarted all of them.
Yeah.
Like, can I just get takeout? Thanks.
Can I get this shit to go, please?
I gotta be somewhere.
Exactly.
But yeah, that cheeseburger though.
Is there anything you guys didn't like about the movie? Like, or just thought maybe could have been better?
I would really like to see more of the chef's background. I would have had I want to see
Prequel.
more of that. Cause we saw like the pictures and like the awards and stuff. I want to I want to have a flashback or like
see how he got to that point.
exactly.
Like, he obviously talks about it. He talks about how each of the people there, you know, ruined his career in some way or another.
Right.
But, like, actually seeing it, you know, different.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think a prequel might be pretty cool.
A prequel. Let's hope.
Who would you guys cast as the young Julian Slowik?
He kind of looked like PewDiePie in that picture.
That's not what I was expecting.
Sorry, y'all.
That was devastating.
So, I don't know. Who would I cast?
What is he giving me?
He's giving Voldemort.
Is it giving a Skarsgård? A Skarsgård boy?
Not Bill. Definitely not Bill.
Definitely not Bill.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For context,
We're-
I'm holding a picture.
Yeah,
What did
we're.
I say? What did I say? What did I say?
If we're gonna have a prequel, like, what do we want to see in the prequel besides like his past?
His mom.
His
I
mom.
want to see the stuff with his mom.
It'll
I
be
know
like a
this dude.
Ratatouille kind of like thing.
I absolutely know for a fact that this dude had a tragic gay love story and now has never dated since in his young life. I know it's true. And so then he devoted himself to food after he lost his lover. And I stand by that.
There was a picture of him in his room with a woman and a child.
A man. I don't care. It's a man.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying, like, that obviously has some context as well.
Yeah. I genuinely think a prequel would be kind of good. Because, like, then they could be giving the bear. Let me see the process behind the food, the menu. Let me see the process behind the menu. Like, we got, backstory for the food items, but I want to know. You don't just start out cooking like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know he was working the night shift at a McDonald's.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the point of, like, Margot going in his room and, like, seeing all those.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, going into more depth I would enjoy. But you could see, like, he's, like, miserable when she sees the picture of him as, what was it, like, employee of the month at
Right.
Burger Joint. He's, like, got this big smile on his face. It's
Mhm.
like, what happened to that guy?
Right.
Yeah.
Because burgers make people happy. Real.
A cheeseburger.
A cheeseburger.
What other questions are there that we have? Oh, what were like? Did we already ask this? What were the weakest parts of the film / what will we change
I don't think anybody really had anything particularly.
to change?
I
Yeah.
feel like we grouped that with, like, what are your dislikes? Which
Mhm.
like, you're like, what would you change?
I mean, like, I want to say the satire was a little too on the nose, but, like, that's kind of the point. So I also don't really care. Because also a lot of people, it's going to somehow go over some people's heads anyway.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately.
That's like a second wave of entertainment, just watching all the people get, like, really angry about the movie. Being like, this isn't funny.
They don't
it's
get
like,
it.
you missed the joke.
You are the joke.
Are the joke.
So I kind of, as much as I think it's too on the nose, I also like that it's that, like, exaggerated.
Right.
I know that that's, like, the point. But I don't know. I mean, somehow an underrated aspect of the movie is, in fact, the food. Like, the care that they directed it with. Somebody had to, like, create all those plates. Imagine that job.
They had to go on the drawing board and they had to create all those little dots.
What would you change then, Grace?
I don't think I changed anything.
That running scene, though, was kind of goofy.
Okay, yeah, that was goofy.
That was very, like, Hunger Games type shit.
And then nothing even happened. They just came back.
Like, why? I mean, I get, like, the ladies moment, but, like, the guys could, like, go hang out.
They can go hang out. They can go have a beer.
I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could think of it as, like, they ran so quickly. Mm-hmm. They left those women there so quickly. They were not...
See, yet again, commentary on traditional female tropes in horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
The men all want to leave at the drop of a hat.
They were ready to just let them all stay there and die. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Even the guy that cheated on his wife and literally had his finger cut off earlier was like, I'll call for help.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, those scenes were intense. Intense as fuck. Anya Taylor-Joy.
Intense ASF. Yeah. I just like that you can tell they put care into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it.
Right.
Yeah, and it was different. You know,
It was different, yeah.
You know, it's a lot of, I feel like these days we're getting a lot of sequels or remakes. Oh my god, the remakes are everywhere. I mean, you know, while I understand, especially like I feel like the Disney remakes, this is totally off topic, but I can understand like wanting them to relate to a new generation.
Mm-hmm.
But also like they always do them bad.
Right.
They never do them justice. But, so it's like, it's bad remakes or sequels that don't live up to the first one. And then there's just very few, like, really good original ideas
Right.
that are just kind of sprinkled in with all of those other movies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely one of them.
Yeah, as much as I think a prequel would be cool, I'm not going to be mad, obviously, if there's not one, because I do miss the era of just one movie.
Right.
Where all the energy is focused on that movie and making the plot, like, as strong as it can be so that you don't need a second movie or a prequel or anything.
Because normally second movies are, like, money grabbers. And it's like...
Except
Shrek 2.
Shrek 2.
Shrek 2.
Shrek 2.
And Madagascar 2.
And Madagascar 2. Oh, incredible.
Mm-hmm. We gotta rewatch those.
Yeah.
And Rio 2.
oh my god.
That shit slaps so hard.
We gotta do, like, an animated movie week.
Just Blue Sky and DreamWorks.
Oh, yeah, speaking of soundtracks that I'd be listening to on the regular, Rio. Not just Harry Potter,
Let me
Rio.
take you to Rio.
Let me take... Exactly.
Mm-hmm. We gotta review Rio because it's such a masterpiece.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that. We're still getting a little off topic, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I miss...
Our podcast.
Oh, yeah, literally. Also, we're still talking about film. I was saying this to my brother yesterday, actually. I miss when people made animated movies because they think the animation will add something to the story. They're not just making a movie that happens to be animated. Example of the new wave, Puss in Boots. The animation enhanced the story. I'm very passionate about this.
Yes.
You guys have to watch it, okay?
I need to watch it. But...
Please, watch it tonight. It's only an hour and a half.
Okay, so should we wrap this up with our ratings?
I think we should.
Should we do it 5 out of 10, like Letterboxd?
Oh, true, because sometimes the 5 stars is not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I wish you could do, like, quarter stars. Is that, like, annoying?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. You can only do half stars.
Yeah, like, I was going through my Letterboxd reviews, and I had some movies rated the same, like, the craziest things you've ever seen. And I need a bigger range. So we can do 10 stars if you want.
Okay.
That can be our special little rating here.
Well, I would definitely rate it like an 8.5 out of 10. Which is pretty high in my books, so.
I think I have to agree with Carmen. 8.5.
Oh, shit. Well, now I can't say 8.5.
You can say 8.5.
Because it's like, I really like the movie, and I don't really have anything I'd like to change. Right. So, maybe that's that. Maybe it is a strong 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was very well written, well acted.
Besides the running scene. That's it.
It was interesting and unique, and it kept my attention.
Yeah, and that Eat the Rich sort of vibes are just, those movies are doing very well right now. And they
Knives Out.
Knives Out. They are entertaining.
Oh, see, I enjoyed the Menu's commentary on the wealthy over Glass Onion. Is that a hot take? Obviously, the Menu was, as I was just saying, it's pretty exaggerated, but like the Glass Onion was really exaggerated, which I get is also the point. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it,
See,
but
that's the thing is that was the point. Is so stupid and absurd. So yeah, but I agree. But I did enjoy Glass Onion.
yeah, I did enjoy both, and I like that a lot of people went to see both.
I have thoughts on Glass Onion, but I won't get into it.
Well, again, getting off track, but
Yeah.
real quick, we were just talking about how sequels are, they're making sequels and it's just like the same thing,
Right.
It's just they're money grabbers. I felt like, obviously, the first Knives Out was amazing, so much,
Change the game.
but it was refreshing to see the second movie not be exactly the same.
Yeah, because that's where you fail.
I will appreciate that. Yeah.
I do.
Different
setting.
Yeah, because then
You know.
it's that, and then you avoid the trap of like comparing the two.
Exactly.
I mean, even though of course we're still doing that,
Yeah, but
but less so.
yeah, it's the same. I think they were the same theme, but like very different settings, characters. Again,
Right. I love the casting of Glass Onion. I just thought it was very predictable, and I don't like predictable movies.
Yeah, that's also I like the Menu was less predictable than Glass Onion, which I also get was kind of the point in a way, and like they made fun of like the predictable shit in Glass Onion, but the Menu was, I just like being surprised.
That was our hot take on the Menu.
Our flaming hot takes on the Menu.
So,
Wrapping up at an 8.5 out of 10.
yes, 8.5 out of 10.
And Carmen, would you like to tell us what we're reviewing next week?
Guess what we're reviewing? It was mentioned multiple times in this podcast. Me, Jaden, and Grace are reviewing Knives Out. Woo!
OG.
Let's add a laugh track. or a cheering track. So yeah, we're gonna do that next week. Go follow us on Instagram and on Spotify at Normally Chicago Residents.
Real.
And yeah, that's our first official episode besides our introduction. So,
Yes,
yeah.
guys. Thank you
Thank
for all your
you.
support.
Thank you for coming back. And if you're new, just keep watching, keep listening, and yeah. Have a great day, y'all.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.